ever struggled with putting yourself out there on video in a way that feels authentic and real and powerful? I mean, let's face it, you have a business, you want to tell people about what you do, you want to put great content out there, you want to mix it up a bit. But when it comes to video, you've either got yourself over the hurdle of video and stopped yourself saying no to video, or you're still going through that journey. Both are okay. So I'm working on something quite special. You may have seen some activity from me around being video visible or visible on video. Too many V's for me to put my teeth around. But as I was writing it down, it occurred to me there's something that people are kind of getting behind the loop at. And if you're a business owner, specifically if you're a single business owner who does all of your sales, all of your marketing, all of your coaching, all of your advertising, all of your admin, you've got so many things to think about and so many things to do, I thought I would make it easier for you. So if you're watching this live right now, like Eunice is, and you want to say hi or ask any questions while I'm on, please say hi. So I'm going to say hello back to Eunice. She says, hey, Jenny Kovacs. I say, hey, Eunice Learmont. So let me tell you why I'm speaking about this. Many of you know that I'm known as the Queen of Being Seen. And ironically, I didn't actually give myself that title. One day in a mastermind call, I was talking about the latest big thing that happened with a client of mine. We didn't expect it to go so super exponential. And the people I was speaking to said, gosh, you really are the Queen of Being Seen, aren't you? And I thought, ooh, I kind of like that. But is that a bit too boastful? Is that a bit too out there? Is it a bit too in your face? And the truth is, it took me a few years to wrap my head around the title, but I adopted it anyway. As one of my mentors says, I claimed that crown. And I claimed the crown, and I explained that to you because it's important for you to know that visibility to me isn't about me being seen everywhere. It's about you being seen by the people you want to be seen by, heard in the way you want to be heard, and almost like felt in the way you want to be felt, which sounds a bit wrong, but you know what I mean. So for me, your visibility, your ability to be able to stand out, your ability for your people to see you for who you really are in a way that doesn't feel cringeworthy, but also you can just be yourself, is important. And I explain that. I've written some notes for this video because I want to talk about the then and now of video. I get that in the last 5 years, I think it's 5 years now since Facebook Live has been over here in the UK, our Australian and American friends got it a bit sooner than we did. I get that people are still wrapping their head around how best to use it, how to put themselves out there. And in this little project that I'm working on, I've realised something. I went through a who am I to talk about this moment because as I was looking at visibility, and specifically visibility on video, whether it's live stream or video, I was looking at who am I to talk about 5-figure videos or even 4-figure videos? Because a lot of the time you will associate being here on Facebook with being kind of like a free video. Being on any social media, well, it's a free platform unless you're boosting your videos or putting them through Facebook ads. Most people will assume it's a free platform and they kind of treat it in that way. And they get really stuck on, what do I say? How should I say it? Should my lighting be perfect? You know, yes, I've got flowers in the background, and that's kind of intentional because I'm sat here at my messy desk, which you can also see with paper and laptop and iPod and mouse and glasses and everything all over the place. But here's why I want to share this with you. I want to share this with you because I hear so many people, and sometimes my clients, when they first work with me, they come to me because they want to be more visible and they think I'm one of these, like, I'm going to push you to your comfort zone or through your comfort zone and you have to do the thing that you most fear doing and then you'll be king or queen of the world. And that's not actually true. So I wanted to share with you something that I've been sharing for the last couple of years, I would say. You've heard me talk about video being all about your mouth, your arm and your phone. And I don't just think this is the way forward. I know this is the way forward. I've been fortunate enough not only to run my own business for the last decade, not only to have done thousands of Facebook Lives, not only to have done in excess of 3,000 videos, more than that, I've lost count now. But I've also been really privileged to work behind other people's businesses to help them with their visibility in whichever way they need it to be. And some of those businesses have actually made multiple 7 figures. Yes, multiple 7 figures, which is why I'm not a kiss and tell kind of girl. I don't think it's really appropriate for me to say, this person made this amount and this person's made that amount. That's not what's actually important. I also realised, she says having a coughing fit, I also realised that for some of the people who I've worked with, they have multiple 6-figure businesses, which means that they make more than 100k a year. Sometimes, in a couple of cases, I'm thinking of specific people, plus the 300k a year. Another one that I'm thinking of was a 760k and more a year. And one that I specifically think of, which brings this kind of bang up to date this year, actually crossed over the multiple 6 figures into 7 figures for the first time. And then there are videos that I have put out and I've kind of calculated the return on that investment. And I explain this to you because I want you to know it's like every video has consequences. It either gets you more audience, it either gets you more business, it either gets you more credibility. And at any one time, you might be just looking for one of those things, all of those things, some of those things, and sometimes none of those things. So I'm just going to share with you 3 examples, if you like, of video then and video now that makes a difference. This is the difference between having a 0-figure video and then having a 4, could even be 3, 4, 5, 6 and more figure video. There are some nuances that you really need to take on board. And the reason why I'm specifically speaking to the money behind the video is because if you're a business owner, one of the things that you will want to do is to make sure that your videos are profitable. You're not just sitting there flapping your gums and wasting your time. So here are some nuances that I've seen when I've looked behind the scenes of some of those people who have been making those videos and have been profiting within their business to do that. And also some of my own experiences. And I was sort of writing down some stuff earlier about, I picked just three clients. It was really hard, but I picked 3 clients who were able to do that too. So I want to share what I think are things that I've noticed from then and now. So when I look at video then, you'll hear me talk about acing your audience. And yes, there are kind of steps behind that, but I want to kind of get to the gold, if you like. So one of the things that used to be important when you did a video was acknowledging how professional you were. I call it the verbal CV. You know, the videos that used to start with, my name's Jenny Kovacs, I've been in business for 10 years, and before that I worked in financial services, I was a senior manager, before that I did this thing, I did that thing, and before that I did that, and going back 20 years I did this and I did that. It used to be that acknowledgement was all about putting yourself out there and showing your credentials. That was then. Now it's a lot less about that. In a way, people don't often care about you and what you did or what you're doing. But what they do care about now, and this is a kind of the flip side of this, is they want to know that you get them. Whatever the thing is that you do, they want to know that you get them. So taking Eunice, who I know is a very skilled yogi, has also been a will writer. They're 2 very different things, which, by the way, I love polymaths, people that bring different things together. You guys, this is really your time. You haven't needed to pivot in this time because you've already got lots of different things you can do. So one of the things that you need to be really aware of now when you're doing your video is forget the verbal CV and really get into and get to grips with the fact that you understand the people that you love working with, okay? Let them know that you get them. Let them know that you understand them. Let them know that you're a safe pair of hands, because I imagine that for each and every one of you watching this video, and by the way, if you've got other friends who are just starting or been doing for a while, please share this video with them. Share it publicly or hit the share button and send it as a private message. I don't mind how you do it, but this is really important, especially for these times that we're in at the moment. So many of us have worked with people, seen other people do things, and had a thought of what they would be like to work with. And then we've gone out, done the work, and it might have differed in some way. Sometimes it can be disappointing. Other times it can just be different. Oh, we expected this and we got that. We expected to work with this person and we ended up working with their team instead, for example. So you need to make sure that when you are on video, the reason you actually need to be authentic and sometimes vulnerably share isn't because it's a trick or a tip. It's because you need your people, now you know that now they know that you get them, you now need them to know that you really are a safe pair of hands. And that is part of building the good old-fashioned know, like and trust factor. But if they don't feel safe, then they're going to move on. And here's the sting. Back in the day, they wouldn't have felt safe because you didn't have the right lighting or setup or studio or videographer. These days, they think that you're not a safe pair of hands, not because of anything that you've done, but because of something that somebody else has done in the past. Their point of reference will be to the bad experience that they had with a person, with a business, with a brand, or something else. So it's really important that you show that you're a safe pair of hands, and there's like loads of ways you can do it, but we don't have time in this very short video. So then the next thing from that was then and this is now. So it was about connecting with people, and connection back then. And given that I've been doing video or using video within my business for at least 9 of those 10 years, well, 9 of the 10 years that I was brave enough to actually put them out there. Before that, there were lots of nice hidden videos on my YouTube channel that never saw the light of day. At that point, I wasn't even actually doing them on my phone because I just didn't feel comfortable. I practice and play with it, but I didn't feel quite comfortable. And back then, connection was about how can I elevate myself. And I remember one of my coaches back then, very early coach in 2011, said to me, so a year into my business, Jenny, in order to be, to put yourself out there and be seen, you need to hang your cart on someone else's horse. That was then. Nowadays, forget hanging your cart on someone else's horse. You need to just stop the ego. You need to dash the ego, because nowadays, when you're connecting with the people that you really want to connect with, when you want to be seen and heard by the right people that you know you can work with, that are juicy and that you love, you need to drop the ego, and rather than looking at them connecting with you, how do you connect with them? How do you put yourself out there in a way that shows them that you get them, but how do you connect with them? This is not about you sitting in front of a screen and saying, come on, me, me, me. You really need to put the effort into doing this. These are your clients. These are people that you're going to be taking care of. Whether you are a service-based business or whether you even sell products, they need to know that they are in the right place. So connection is now forget the ego and start reaching out. Switch, who are they, not who am I, okay? So the third thing that I want to talk about is engagement. So that's the third part of my mini steps, be beneath the mini steps for these 4 and 5 figure videos. And the mini step there is engagement. Now, back then, it was all about engagement to go viral. That was the only reason. If a gazillion people saw your video, then you'd made it. You're a superstar and you're worthy of the business, or, selling the product, the program, the book, sitting at the top of the sales team and looking after them, whatever the thing is. But actually, that's not true anymore. In this day and age, the engagement is important and it's more organic. Yes, it's nice when a video goes viral and lots of people, share it around, and even during this pandemic, I've had 3 videos that have gone viral and videos that I didn't even create. Ones with real great, almost like feel-good messages that really engaged people's, not just their minds, but their hearts. And those videos, one had over 24,000 views, another one reached over 15,000 views, just something that I'd shared. That was important back in the day if you had a business and you wanted to put yourself out there. But the difference now between video visibility and video visibility that sells, so your 4 and 5 figure videos, is that you're now engaging with people so that they can know more about what you do, but they know more about you. I'm just trying to read my notes to see if there's anything else that I need to add to that. I guess when you think about this is from a place of not putting stuff out for vanity. I know Gary Vaynerchuk is very well known. He's a marketer if you're watching this and thinking, who's Gary Vaynerchuk? I know he was very well known about talking about doing things for vanity, and you'll be forgiven, especially as you're putting videos out, mainly on social media. Don't think of just here like Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram, think of YouTube as well. It used to be that the goal was you put yourself out there and you have to have 1 million people liking you. Well, nowadays on video, this isn't about vanity. This is about you reaching the people that you've got, resonating with the people that you've got, and engaging with the people that you've got. So if you only have 5 people that like your Facebook page, for example, yet the resonance means that they will come back when they can, they'll either watch live or watch on a replay, that's actually your mission, to make a difference to the person that is watching your video. Not to make a difference to the gazillion people that you hope will like, share, watch your video, but to make that difference. So hopefully that makes sense. That's really it for now. Is there anything that I've missed off? If you would like to hear more of these sorts of things, the very simplest thing you can do for free is just to subscribe for notifications. In fact, as I hit the finish button, it will say, do you want to be notified when Jenny goes live? You're going to see a few more nuggets from me being shared, because I've got some really exciting stuff that's coming up that I know you'll benefit from. It will help with the worry about being visible. It will help with the stress around being visible. And it will help you with your wants and wishes of putting yourself out there in your way that feels a bit more authentically you. So thank you for watching. Please remember to share this if you've got friends in business. Share it with them either on your page, Facebook page. Normally you never know who of your Facebook friends actually needs to see something like this. But if not, send it to the specific person as a private message and let them know why you love this or what you think they'll get out of it. That's the main thing. And let's spread the word. Let's stop doing old school video for new school video, because even though things have changed quite dramatically, even in the last 3 or 4 years, things dramatically changed this year in 2020. And if you don't stay ahead of the curve and you've got a business, you've got a product or a service, maybe you're an author, maybe you head up, I get a lot of people that head up sales teams, so like sales managers and exec directors and people like that. If that's you, or you're your own sole director or sole boss of your company, I want you to stay ahead of the curve, but I also want you to feel comfortable and confident while you're doing it. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to your comments and shares below. Until the next video, bye for now.